After 10 years of passing by Cactus Joe's in Red Rock Canyon, I finally decided to visit it. You can reach Cactus Joe's from the north by following Charleston Boulevard until it enters the canyon and going all the way through. From the south, you take the Highway 160 or Blue Diamond Highway and enter from that direction. As you notice as we go through the canyon, all of the closed areas are now open. Gone are the old signs. There's the Cowboy Trail. And this is rather remarkable since things are still up in the air about COVID-19. Here's the overlook. Now it's open compared to my earlier videos where there was a lot of signage and closed gates. You're free to move about the canyon. There's the entrance to Spring Mountain Ranch State Park. Gates are open. There's the old Bonnie Springs Ranch entrance, which is now closed to private traffic only, even though most of that road is on BLM land. The entrance to Blue Diamond, which was closed for a while, open. The gypsum plant. And finally, we arrive at Cactus Joe's. Coming from the south, that truck over there welcomes you to Cactus Joe's. This is the parking area. This was a fairly warm day with temperatures about 102 degrees. This is the entrance to the checkout area and the indoor plant area. As you can see, they are following the COVID-19 guidelines.
Oh, is that the guy who wanted to offer you? Yeah, I guess. All right.
This is a wonderland of cacti and all things desert plants. I was really interested in the Joshua tree because they are a licensed provider of Joshua trees in Nevada. The only Joshua tree I could buy is this one for $25, as the mature trees were well over my budget. This is an interesting cactus plant with these leaves, soft leaves coming out of the cactus. I did not get the name of that particular one. But as you can see, just about anything you would need for your landscape dreams you can find here. So once passing through the entry area, you finally get out into the yard and the fun begins. That metal stallion is there to greet you, and a beautiful Joshua tree. Turning to the left, you come to this area of the yard. Notice the glass rocks along the border there, and the metal decorative insects and reptiles. The pottery's all over the place, so this is just one area. Then the statues for your lawn garden work, fountains, more statues. These metal things to place in your yard. Coyotes. And this sort of cream colored rock that looks like chunks of ice cream or chocolate. A sort of interesting. All of this is for sale. Again, more of the glass rock. You are free to stroll about the 7-acre property, take pictures, and obviously videos. You're not pressured to buy anything. In fact, they just welcome you to come out and visit. And on a hot day like this, they offer free bottled water as well. This venerable saguaro cactus is probably well over 150 years old and stands in front of the gift shop. On the day that I was there, the gift shop was closed due to COVID-19. Artificial garden flowers, assortment of rocks, and more metal insect ornaments. A garden plot in front of the gift shop, and cacti. This is the variegated agave. And look at that big white chair over there. The wedding chapel in the background and the meditation circle in the front. Does this white chair remind you of something? For those of you who are close to my age, you will recognize this particular character. Agave Americana century plant. And this particular cactus I've never seen before. The familiar name is totem pole cactus. Now that would be interesting in your yard. The path then leads to the yucca saguaro area. There's a stand of a type of Mojave yucca in this view. And then saguaro cacti here. and then a virtual saguaro forest in the center. This is an old tractor trailer painted with the Cactus Joe's logo. And this is that saguaro forest, as I call it. Cactus Joe's also has a variety of landscape desert trees as well. These are trees that can survive in the arid condition of the desert around Las Vegas. This is an example of the holly oak, among other desert trees. I will not try to pronounce all of the scientific names for these to prevent embarrassing myself. This is an Acacia berlandieri. And this is a type of plum tree that can survive in the desert. Vacalina californica. And then an assortment of other plants down this row, and restrooms. The restrooms here, and then the restrooms on the other side of the property for easy access. More saguaro and those huge pots there. More pottery. Now these stones that you see, those big boulders there, are petrified wood. They're not rocks per se. This is an example of what I thought I was going to take home. And when I looked at the plant, it appeared that it only cost $40. And I thought the dollar sign was 2 strokes. But indeed, the dollar sign is 1 stroke, and that particular cactus costs $140. So I crossed that off my list for that day. Well, maybe another time. Petrified wood and pottery. So whatever you need for your desert garden or landscape, you can find it here. Now this would be interesting to have in your yard.
Vegas.
Yeah, I wonder if he's been to the interview. Better.
These are some of the plants inside this fenced off area. There's a gopher plant. You really only need one gopher plant because they are fairly invasive and they will spread out all over your yard. It's just amazing the assortment of cacti that they have here. You can get just about anything that you want. Nice healthy looking barrel cactus, golden barrel. And a toothless desert spoon. And the Elisiana Opuntia Kakkanapa. Pina Colada Opuntia. Opuntia Coombs Winter Glow. And the ubiquitous desert tortoise. Pinta Rita cactus. Puntia Fiesta. And the Americana variegated century plant. Whole row of golden barrel cactus or cacti. And more Joshua trees. More Joshua trees. And this is an example of the tag of an approved plant for sale. Moving about what I call the Joshua tree forest, you see large and small plants that are for sale. These can range anywhere from $300 to $500. And the thing about these is that you need to be very careful about planting these things. You wouldn't want to purchase this plant and then improperly place it just to have it die. So finally, at the end of the loop around the nursery, we come to this area of pretty colored rocks. At first I thought these were all precious stones, and that I would purchase one and display it prominently on my coffee table. However, I later learned that this is called slag glass rock, so it is manufactured glass, just as it says on the sign. And you must be careful in handling this because the edges are sharp, and I got a sliver of glass deeply embedded into my index finger when I picked up the rock. And it was somewhat painful until I got home and was able to tease out this sliver of glass with tweezers. However, these pieces of glass are very pretty, translucent, and make for an interesting decorative rock for your landscaping needs. So be careful handling these glass rocks so that you won't make the same mistake that I did. All in all, though, they were so pretty that I purchased 2 of the larger rocks to take home and put in my landscaping in the front yard.
Folks, many of you know me. I'm Cactus Joe. I've been in this community for over 30 years. I'm so grateful and thankful for all of those that helped us get us through this pandemic. The first responders, the police, the fire folks, the nurses, and the doctors. We're so thankful. Vegas strong. We're coming back. We can do this.